we are going to do a celebrity news, celebrity tea video with some of my quench gum. But before we get into what's going on in Hollywood with all the weirdos, we gotta do some channel maintenance, some channel hygiene, channel art Tamagotchi. So, if you're new here, welcome to my nonsense. If you're old here, welcome back. Oh geez, if you're new here, please consider hitting subscribe. And if you're old here, go double check, make sure you're subscribed. Hit the like if you like, leave a comment. It could be anything related to the video. It could just be a hello, a few emojis, whatever, as long as it's cool and respectful. Hit the notification bell. As always, I'll link my tip jars down yonder in the description box. No pressure whatsoever, but every dollar or two helps. That is what allows me to continue to make content. Also, you are invited to my Patreon. I know not everybody can come, but you can't say you weren't invited. The link to my Patreon is down below. I also opened up YouTube memberships. That is content that is exclusive to YouTube memberships. It's not on Patreon. It's not on regular. It's only for YouTube memberships. You can join that by clicking the join below. All right, this is the lemon quench. So it's lemon. It's the lemon quench. I've been chewing these at work and they're so good. Just a chunk, a hunk. My handy dandy notebook. And I mark the spot. Okay. There's a lot. There's a lot here. First, we have A$AP Rocky. You guys know he was in court. He was basically caught on video with a pew pew discharging at an old friend of his. They got in a fight on the street. You can see the piece on the video. You can see, I think you can see a discharge. His lawyer told the courts that it was a fake weapon. And guess what? He got found not guilty. He got found not guilty. And I guess they joked that Rihanna and him joked that they were going to name their next baby after the lawyer, which I think is super weird. Like, just pay the guy. And the lawyer's name is Joe. I don't think they're going to name their next baby Joe. Maybe they will. There's little Joe. But he got off. I don't know how. It's literally like when you got money to pay the lawyers. Because somebody was commenting on it, somebody that works in law, and they're like, if I had $1 for every time I heard that wasn't a real weapon, I'd have, however many, but you got that many dollars because you're a lawyer. Anyways. Blake Lively added claims from 2 other women against Justin, so I don't know who these women are. I don't know much about that one. Baldoni allegedly asked Blake invasive questions about her sex life. He may have. Who am I? I don't think that Justin is 100% in the right on this. I'm team Justin. I think Justin is more in the right, but they were both probably in the wrong throughout this, He probably has his faults in this whole dispute. And then apparently he likened the dispute to the Israel-Hamas war, which I didn't hear the quote, but why would he do that? Blake goes on to claim that this legal feud has caused her grief and traumatized her kids. I'm sure it has, but Blake has ran around causing all kinds of grief for all kinds of people over the years, so I'm not sure what we're supposed to feel about that, and I don't know why her kids are involved. And if it was the source of grief, then wasn't Ryan just on SNL, like making jokes and making light of it, it's going to be hard to prove that it's the source of grief when you're also using it for content and using it for skits and stuff. Because now you're making like income. This is the messiest. It's like junior high girls. That's how messy this has gotten. Robert De Niro came out with a movie, or no, I think it's a show. It's called 0 Day on Netflix. It's a political thriller in which he fights to make America function again. So I think it's a pretty relevant. I think it'd be worth the watch. Maybe we can learn some stuff from it. And I just saw the headline. It says, it's supposed to be terrifying. It's a thriller. It's supposed to be terrifying, but it's something worse. What's worse than terrifying? Realistic. Realistically terrifying. So I do want to give that a watch. Liam Payne, the singer that jumped from a hotel balcony. Apparently his friends and 2 hotel workers had charges brought on them for that, but they've been cleared of all charges. So what kind of a mess was that? Why did they arrest them or charge them when they were uncertain of if they were at fault or not? Like, I think this was in some other country. Maybe that's how it works there. Maybe you get charged and then they sort it all out. First, typically here, they try to build some of a case, like, no, we got it, before they go make the arrest. I don't know. Reacher on Amazon Prime is supposed to be good again, and I'm glad because I liked the first season of Reacher. I really did. But I didn't even watch the second season. I watched like a couple episodes of the second season. I was like, is it me? Am I not in the right frame of mind? Is it the show? I don't know, but now the headlines are saying it's good again. It's action-packed and relentlessly entertaining. And then later I saw this news article clip, and it says that, did you know, okay, the Reacher star, his name is Alan Richson. He went to school with Matt Gaetz. They were peers. Weird. And Alan Richardson calls his childhood classmate Matt Gaetz his adversary and a mother effer. And I'm sorry, but can you imagine Matt Gaetz? Like, he is an eternal frat boy, right? He's a slime. But can you imagine him in his high school days? Okay, I'm Team Alan on this one. Jessica Simpson has updates on her relationship with ex Eric Johnson after their separation. She calls the split the deepest heartbreak of her life. She says he supports her making new music in Nashville, so I guess she's going to get back on the scene, and they're still supportive of each other, but that was the deepest heartbreak of her life. I feel like when people say that, like, why did you get divorced then? If it's the worst thing in the world, people have their reasons. Maybe, I don't know. I guess a bunch of SNL alumni skipped the 50th anniversary, and I don't know why, but it was a headline that several notable SNL alumni skipped the show's 50th anniversary celebrations. I didn't even watch it. I haven't watched SNL regularly since I was in like high school. Is it good anymore? I see clips sometimes and I'm like, yeah, it's not doing it for me. So I don't know if my sense of humor changed over the years or if SNL's did. Okay, so you guys know that the movie, The Monkey came out, which is a remake of a short story that Stephen King wrote. a short book or a short story that Stephen King wrote. And I do remember little clips of that movie when it was little. It was like a monkey with some symbols or something that would wake in the night. I don't know. So I have it like in the back of my head, but I don't know what that story is about. Or the previews for the new one, they looked good. But I'm not a Stephen King fan. So I'm like, let's see. Let's see what the headlines are. Let's see what people are saying after it comes out. And now we've got that. And Rolling Stone said it's one long, sick joke without a punchline. And critics and audiences are in agreement that it stinks. But the previews made it look so good, which they could do that. It's just, so I won't be seeing that. There's a couple other horror movies that I do want to see. So I think The Companion got really good reviews. There's another one called Heart Eyes that I haven't looked into yet. Photos of Jennifer Connelly resurfaced, and the internet has declared her the greatest white woman ever. People love Jennifer Connelly. I love Jennifer Connelly. But I think this was about her looks more so than her acting. Because when I clicked on it, it was like a bunch of pictures of her in like some kind of uniform without a shirt underneath, like a uniform jacket without a shirt underneath. And she's pretty. So, but I really like her acting as well. The Landry Family. So we have the documentary that Netflix did. It's out. And I kind of banished Netflix documentaries for a while because they do the shittiest documentaries, the weirdest documentaries. But this one feels a little more in touch. I've watched the first part. I think it's 3 parts. So I need to finish it, but people are starting to ask, like, where is his family now? Where is his sister? Where are his parents? So they're gonna, with this documentary, they're probably going to get harassed. Also, the whereabouts of the van, their quote was something like, "We had it crushed." Like, these parents had such a big hand in this. It's sick. And I feel like if the first thing that happens when your son's girlfriend is missing is you trying to cover up for your son, then the reason your son is like that is probably has a lot to do with you. Like, you probably saw stuff in your son the whole time and never addressed it. Like before this relationship, and never addressed it, and we're always picking up the pieces and not his fault type thing. And that's what led to this. Well, you had a hand in it. Nicolas Cage's ex-wife, I think it's his ex-wife, it's definitely his baby mama, is suing him and their son, whose name is Weston Cage, saying that Weston beat her and that Nicholas shares the blame. So I don't know if Nicholas was there. I don't know if Nicholas was involved. I don't know if Nicholas watched it happen over time. I don't know, but she's suing both of them. And I'm sorry, but I'm sure this son is an adult, right? He's being sued. What is an adult son doing beating his mom up? You can leave. And you probably have the money to, so it's not a money. Why are you there? Last of Us season 2 comes out in April. I love Last of Us. If you have not watched it, it's on HBO, and it's like based on a video game, which I would have never thought I would like a show based on a video game. It's like a zombie video game, but it is amazing. So catch up on season 1. Season 2 is coming out in April. And I also believe that Handmaid's Tale comes out in April, and You comes out in April. But the You one, there's always so many fake releases for You. So don't quote me, but check. I think that's it. Oh, one more. Yes. Yes. Headline: Diddy's attorney saying he's being singled out because he's black and he's using a charge steeped in racist history. I don't know what charge they're talking about. If he did it, he did it. And if he's being singled out, run them other names. Run them other names then. And we'll get them all. But, you know, they got to try their hand. So that's that. That is what's going on. And I did this on my break. I was like, what am I going to look at what am I going to Google? And then I just hit the news button and there was like a whole celebrity news page. So that's what was going on this week in celebrity news. I also have another one for in other news that I'll probably film today too. Anyways, I have to get going because I have a chiropractor appointment, and that's why I have like no makeup on, because they basically like smush your face down into the little papers and stuff, and it's messy. So if you watched this all the way to the end, thank you very much. I hope that you have a good rest of your day, evening, good night, sleep, and I will see you all real soon.